It's the Monday after Christmas. I just got done working out. I haven't worked out in 2 weeks. So I feel good now. I mean, I didn't lose anything. You know, the strength was still there, so that's a good thing. Always, you know, it's good to work out a little bit, you know, strengthen the body and, you know, try and keep yourself in shape a little bit as I smoke a cigar. But no, after my trip to St. Petersburg, glad to be back and kind of get back into the normalcy that exists around here. And that's what I love. That's what I crave. I crave that stability. I crave those sound things. I love those trees in the background. I love that dirt back there that grows anything that you put into it. So it's good stuff. I saw, you know, going around Twitter, Mike Novogratz. He's an investment guy. I've seen him for a long time. He's been in crypto for a long time. And initially when I saw him a few years back, I was like, you know what, that's great. You know, you got some guy that's got a bunch of money on Wall Street, you know, and all of the investment funds, whatever he's into, talking about crypto. That's a great thing. But it was an interesting thing to me that he brought up Litecoin and really was upset that Litecoin was on the ticker. I think it was MSNBC. Why are they showing Litecoin? You know, that's a dead coin. That's nothing. That doesn't have any purpose. We should have new coins, you know, that have technology and, you know, Solana and Luna. I'm not knocking those projects. Not at all. There's no need to, because the community will decide what value they have. Litecoin's been running for over 10 years. Now, to come out and knock a coin like that, it says something about a person. It represents a threat, maybe to his established order, to his people, his investments, his money. There's something that that's very revealing, I think, that he would come out and bash something like that. Now, why do you need to do that? Why do you need to give it any power unless it's a threat? Why would you call it out unless it's a threat? So obviously he's threatened by it. He's sour by it. You know, maybe he's shorted it, longed it. I don't know. Maybe he's gotten burned. But that doesn't undermine the fundamentals that are existent within Litecoin. Litecoin's been running for 10 years. Litecoin has a finite supply, just like Bitcoin. In fact, only 84 million Litecoin can ever exist, and over 69 million of them have been mined already. That only leaves 15 million to go. Same with Bitcoin. You know, you've got over 19 million that have been mined. There's only 2 million left, less than 2 million. Those are scarce assets that everybody is chasing. Now, Litecoin, with its fundamentals, with Mimblewimble coming up, you've got privacy features built into it. You've got the ability to build NFTs and different coins on it. All the technology that all these other cryptocurrencies can do, Litecoin will be able to do very soon. Maybe not all of them right now, but will be able to do very soon. You've got dedicated people supporting it and working on it, keeping their head down and just working. I remember a remote viewing session that Dick Allgaier and his team did. I think it was it was in 2018 maybe, and they said by the end of 2018, Litecoin's going to be $4,000. And the visions that they had in the remote viewing session they had, I remember it was a battleship, almost like a war room where everybody's working very diligently toward a common purpose, toward, you know, just working. And, you know, the numbers that were thrown out, $4,000 Litecoins, like, holy cow. But you get into a situation that we're in right now with a hyperinflating economy or monetary system, it's not that hard to think that Litecoin couldn't do that. And if it does, what's $4,000 buy at that point? Hard to say. You know, you might be a grocery trip and that's it. But the fact is, it's going to preserve your wealth, because in this digital world that we are now in, everything's going digital. They're going to roll out central bank digital currencies. That's what they're going to do. Wouldn't it be a good idea to get some sound money, some sound digital assets like Litecoin? And why would you discourage someone from doing that? Are you a man of the people? Or are you a man of the establishment? And I think it's very clear where a lot of people stand. They're trying to tell you what to do. They're trying to steer you down a cattle chute. And a lot of these cryptocurrencies can be controlled and manipulated. They can be centralized in a lot of ways. Litecoin's not one of those. You have the ability to go get Litecoin, to buy it, sell it. It's liquid. It's just as liquid as Bitcoin. You can go to any ATM and you can buy Litecoin. You can sell Litecoin at a lot of ATMs. Go to coinflip.atm. I love what they do. and you can cash out in St. Petersburg at the hangar where we were doing our live streams and having our meetup. There was a two-way coin flip ATM there. You could put money in, and you could scan your code on your phone, wallet you control, and you could walk away with Litecoin, amongst other coins, but Litecoin's always on there. And I put a few bucks in, I walked away with some Litecoin. I've used it quite a few times. Now, you can also cash that out. So if you had, Litecoin goes to $4,000, go to the ATM, boom, get cash back. So it's to say that it has no value and no worth is an interesting statement. It's very telling of who that person is. You can spend Litecoin in many different places. There's all kinds of cards that you can use, and there's a lot of other cryptocurrencies too. The good thing about Litecoin is that it is decentralized. It is running open source code, completely decentralized. Anybody can run it on a computer, and that makes the network function. So when I was giving away Litecoin at the meetup to everybody who was there, they downloaded the Monarch wallet, and I sent them Litecoin. ChangeAngel provided that, and I scanned it, and boom, 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 boom. Nothing could stop that. It was on a Saturday afternoon. The bank was closed. Nothing could stop me from transferring that value, that energy. So to say it's worth nothing is it's not true. Simply not true. So you got to look at these people, these messengers, especially when they have a megaphone and when someone gives them a megaphone on these big news programs, financial programs. You got to look at where they're coming from. And if they're coming from anger, and there obviously was when he was talking, Novogratz was talking about it, it was almost a hate and anger, just bitterness. Why are you going to be bitter about people getting into sound money? What are his motives? So enough of that guy. I've given him enough time. But the new year's coming up. A lot of people thought, oh my gosh, we're going to have a big run up at the end of December, or in December, and we're going to have $100,000 Bitcoin. We're going to have, Litecoin's going to go to 1,000 or more. And yeah, you know what? It still could. Not saying that it will, but it's looking like this cycle is extending itself. And we truly may be in a longer term situation to where the old cycles don't work anymore, to where this actually becomes usable money. This actually becomes something that is here for good. And that will stabilize it. You look at the Dow Jones and what that, it's been around for, decades. And, it's stabilized itself because you've got a lot of people involved in it, and, you don't have a lot of the volatility. Because in cryptocurrency, there's only a small segment of the population into it, and it's very emotional at this point. You don't have that established money into it, and retirement funds completely into it to help, level it out. But if you think when that money does come in to that finite piece of that finite pie, there's only so much to go around. And when that money comes into it, it's just going to drive the price of this stuff, or drive the value of these coins up. There's just no stopping what's coming. And if you just look at the numbers, the math of it, 0.25 Litecoin for every American, that's all there is to go around. And that's after all 84 million have been mined out. 69 million have been mined now. It's going to be 84 million by the end of it. There's just so much to go around, and that's it. And as more people want it, and as more people want to protect their wealth, they're not going to buy 0.25 Litecoin. They're going to be buying 100 Litecoin, 1,000 Litecoin. That's less for all of us. I'm not saying there's an engineered program to scare us out of Litecoin while they scoop it up, but you look at Grayscale and how much they've wrapped up in Litecoin, how much of the supply. Last time I looked, it was like 1.5 million Litecoin that they had in their control. 1.5 million out of the 69 million. I mean, that's a significant amount. We've got an opportunity now, and I hate to see people lose it, to where you can get $150, $160 Litecoin, a whole Litecoin. And you don't have to buy a whole Litecoin, you can buy a fraction of it. You only got 20 bucks, that's what I did at the ATM. Put 20 bucks in, got a Litecoin. I got like, 0.11 something, I don't know what it was, of a Litecoin. You put in whatever you got, and you just accumulate, because you're getting more of that pie, that limited piece pie there, and you're getting a piece of it. At some point, there will be no pieces left. They'll be gone. And then somebody's going to have to ask you, You gonna sell me your Litecoin? No, I don't think so. I see things crumbling. I see my dollar being worth less and less. And I shouldn't even call it the dollar because it's not a real dollar. It's a Federal Reserve note. And that's a good thing to understand. It's a Federal Reserve note. Well, what's the Federal Reserve? Well, it's this thing that got created on Jekyll Island in the early 1900s, like 1912 or so, and then 1913 Congress, at Christmas time, when not everybody was there, passed it. And Woodrow Wilson signed it into existence, this bank. And Woodrow Wilson regretted it till the day he died because he realized that he destroyed his nation. He gave it over to banksters. And we see the fruits, the rotten fruits of that tree today, because it's the money that destroys everything. It's the money that creates the three-letter agencies that control our lives. You know what? You don't let them do it. You say, we've got an opportunity. Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 wrote a white paper on Halloween, and then on January 3rd, the anniversary's coming up. Not your keys, not your crypto. Hold your crypto in your possession, but on January 3rd, 2009, the first Bitcoin block was mined. 2011, October, the first Litecoin block was mined. Over 10 years, that's been running. You've got a weapon. You've got a way out now. You don't have to participate in that system. Migrate yourself out of it. Now, it's not a perfect world where we can just completely walk away and be out of the system, but you know what? We can take steps. We see what's coming. A wise man sees trouble and gets out of the way. Pick up that weapon that you've got. Get out of the way of the hurricane that's coming, that storm that's upon us. Do not sit idly by and let that wave crash and destroy everything that you've built, all the energy that you put into that old system. Start taking it out and be sovereign, because you can now. You can be your own bank. Cryptocurrency allows that. Learn how to do it. Learn how to download a wallet. Write down the words. Don't copy them anywhere, make them digital. Write down the words, put them in a safe place, not a safety deposit box, because they can take those at any time they want. Write it down. Then you can hold your wealth in your possession. Lose your phone? Doesn't matter. You can restore it with those words anywhere, any device. That's the beauty of being your own bank. You've got that luxury now. You don't have to rely on these banks. It's important to realize the power that we have right now, because at some point, it's going to cost you a lot of your energy to acquire that weapon, that economic weapon that is sound money in this digital age. Litecoin's way undervalued. 160 bucks for one Litecoin? I've seen the power of what Litecoin is. I've seen the power of that blockchain. I know what it does. Nothing stops it. You can control your wealth and your energy. You have that ability now. So I'm not going to stand out here and say, oh, yeah, it's a dead coin, it's this and that. Oh, you shouldn't get into it. No, you should. You should look at it. You saw what Bitcoin did. It's what, $51,000 right now. Back in 2010, 10,000 Bitcoin only bought 2 pizzas from Papa John's. Same thing is going to happen with Litecoin. Don't miss that boat. Now, see, I talk so much, I let my cigar go out. And that's all right, though. I just want everybody to take a look at what Litecoin is. Take a look at cryptocurrencies. Make a decision for yourself. Don't listen to the talking heads on these mainstream, lamestream media shows. They have an agenda. That's all they have. You look at the people who are using Litecoin, you look at the people who are talking about Litecoin, they want other people to benefit from it before it's too late, before this whole system comes crashing down. And you're ushered into that cattle chute, and you're going to be forced to use a central bank digital currency because they're going to take the cash away. And they're going to force you down that road. You're going to have, once your Social Security, it's going to be in a CBDC, you know, we'll deposit it to your crypto account that some bank manages. And if you don't use it in 30 days because we need velocity of money, well, you're going to lose it. It's going to expire. So they're going to force you to use it on things you might not want to pay for. You might not want to use. The thing is, It's not going to be a nation of savers, and it hasn't been for a while. They're going to make sure that you use that money. And that means you're completely dependent upon that just-in-time central bank digital currency delivery system. And when that system breaks, what are you going to do? You need to have sound money in your possession and learn how to do that. Very important. That's why Litecoin Lisa and I do these meetups, because we want people to get coins in their hands, on their wallet, so they know what it is and what it feels like, and they see the process. That's what's so important about happy hour, on the road. Yeah, it's fun on Friday nights, we have the live stream and that, but Saturday when we do the class, that's when people learn the power of holding money in their own possession. You don't need some government to tell you what has value. They've tried to do that, and they've done nothing but erode that value and rob your wealth, rob your energy from you. Don't let them do that. Take possession of your wealth. Get sound money for the digital age. Be sovereign. Find ways to exit that system if it doesn't benefit you and do you any good. And it hasn't been doing that. Learn how to be free. Restore America to what principles actually make it, because America is an idea. It's words on paper. It's a constitution. And if we don't give it power, and if we don't give it energy, if we don't exercise those rights and defend those rights that are enunciated in that document is nothing but words on paper. But it's the spirit of humanity that gives it power. It's no different than cryptocurrency, like that white paper, that Bitcoin white paper. It's just words on paper. But we breathe life into it. We give it the energy. We have the power. We give everything value in this world. Start giving value to yourself, and start giving value to your energy and holding your energy into something that preserves it. Sound cryptocurrencies in this digital world. Hey, gold and silver too. But in this digital world, you need to have sound money for the digital age. Look into Litecoin. Let's make this a great new year. 2022. Let's be sovereign. Let's restore the idea of America. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you all. Thanks for listening.